Greetings and salutations. This is the Penmaster of the ancient science of numerology. Today's date is January 18th. The year is 2012. Yes, the year 2012 has arrived. 2012 has the number vibration of the number 5. But before I go into the numbers, I'd like to thank Brother Rasan Robinson, technical advisor, photographer, computer genius, who is also sponsoring this session on YouTube for the Penmaster series. I'd like to send a shout out to him and his company, All African Imports, where you can reach him and contact him at 678-235-5798. AllAfricanImports.com sells a host of items and also can provide you with information and insight about your computer and computer services and needs. Now, the Penmaster is here today with you for the reading of the numerology of 2012, which I've already indicated is the number 5 vibration. Now, we know the number 5 is created from the reduction of the year 2012. In 2012, of course, we have the numbers 2 plus 0 plus 1 plus 2 equals the number 5 reduced. Number 5 is the number of the mind. Many years ago, a few decades ago, there was a particular commercial that was well played on and well broadcasted that indicated that a mind is a terrible thing to waste. I say to you, the mind is a terrible thing to waste if you have one. At this point in time, in the year 2012, the mind of many people is not centered within themselves. When I say within themselves, I'm talking about the 7 different bodies that radiate from the 7 main chakras of the human body. The number 5 represents the 5th chakra of the body, which is located in the area of the throat, which is the 5th chakra, the thyroid gland. The thyroid, if you have any knowledge of medicine, health, you will know that the thyroid gland is responsible for management of all other aspects of the total body. When your thyroid is thrown out of balance, then the entire balance of your body is imbalanced. Now, lately, the service industry known as the medical profession has chosen, along with the provocateurs of doom, to eliminate as many people as they possibly can. This is done through our health. This is also done through our lack of awareness. Our awareness is governed and ruled by the number 5. All thought that we create is under the guidance of the number 5. You know, the number 5 is the only number that reaches out and makes contact with every other number. The number 5, when you create a grid system of 9 or 9 squares within the grid, some people may refer to this as being Chinese numerology, but Chinese numerology also came from another source. It came from the ancient people known presently as the Egyptian, but more well known as being the ancient Kemites or Commissions with a K. Now, in this grid, you have 1, 2, 3, then you go back up to the top, 4, 5, 6, 7, then you go back to the top again. 4, 5, 6, up to the top again, and you have 7, 8, 9. So across the top of the grid, you have 1, 4, 7, In the middle of the grid, you have 2, 5, 8. At the lower end of the grid, you have 3, 6, and 9. Okay? Now, these numbers also set up a particular pattern, which I will go into when I discuss the vibrations for each month. Now, in this particular grid system of the lack of a better word, the Chinese numerology system, you will see that the number 5 is in the middle. And when you take arrows and connect them to the other points of the grid, the number 5 is the only number that does that directly. Other numbers have to go through a second particular vibration in order to reach the main thrust of the vibration that is intended for. But the number 5 has direct access to all other number vibrations. So number 5 is a very pivotal, and I say pivotal literally, vibration because it stands in the middle. It is the center of the 9 system counting system of numerology. So when you take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, you'll see that in the order of arrangement of the numbers, number 9 is the 5th, and number 5 is the 5th, and then number 5 also sits in the middle because on each side of the number 5 you have 4 lower numbers, and then on the other side of the number 5 you have 4 higher numbers. Now, number 5 is also the number of movement. It is a number that is responsible for changes. So in the year of 2012, there are going to be many changes. Now, if you happen to be a person who was born on the 5th, the 14th, or the 23rd of any particular month, these changes will affect you even more. If you are a person who has as a first vowel in your name the letter E, which is the 5th number in the alphabet system of the English modern day language, your health will be greatly affected by the number 5. The number 5 is in metaphysics and the occult, and also, of course, with the science of numerology, ancient and modern, has always been attributed to being the vibration that supplies the superabundance of health to the physical body and also within the aura. The color that corresponds with the number 5 is blue, all differing varying shades of blue. The metal that corresponds with the number 5 is what is known as quicksilver, sometimes known as living silver. Okay? The number 5 also is the 5th element, which is known as the etheric element. Okay? It reaches beyond the 4 foundational elements of fire, air, earth, and water. Number 5 takes you beyond the mundane. It introduces you and places you into the realm of the arcane, especially when you're dealing with the arcane sciences of life. Because when you're dealing with the ancient sciences, you have to have knowledge of the vibrations. And if you are going to have knowledge of the vibrations, then you have to know about the invisible powers of the numbers, especially those 9 root numbers or single digit number vibrations. The number 5 is the number of the mind. The number 5, of course, as I have stated, is the number of awareness. The number 5 is also very telepathic. So you will find that your thoughts are very telepathic. Some of you have already begun the process of being able to communicate telepathically with people that you know. You see, the whole business of communications, especially with the wireless communication systems and network, is based on the number 5. Not to give a plug to this particular company or corporation or any other corporations. The people at the helm, the people who are in control of every aspect of our life as we know it here on planet Earth, and especially here on Turtle Island, which is known as North America, which is further known as the United States of America, the Republic, is based on the powers of the number 5. You know, when you look and delineate the numbers for July 4th, 1776, which is the point of origin for the United States of America, the Republic, all those numbers in the occult addition and the occult reduction come to a particular single-digit number. And that single-digit number is the number 5. So this also further informs and enlightens you to the fact that America, the country that is laid out on the boundaries and the shores of North America, will also be greatly affected by the force of this number 5. By the way, most people who are of the Republic of the United States of America have some semblance and knowledge of the number 5. Many of you who are in the area of transportation, computer science, computer technology, communication systems, logistics, healthcare, all those professions are based off of the number 5. That's why transportation centers, automotive industry does very exceptionally well here. It's because of the number 5, which those professions and industries are under the guidance of, and also because of the power of the 5 vibration, which is the birth force for this country. The people who sought to gather as many people from around the world and to have them brought to the shores of North America, it was based on a system of knowledge. One of the systems of knowledge is, of course, the science of numerology, which I am speaking to you about. And I am saying all of this to drive home a particular point. Awareness is key. Awareness is pivotal. Awareness is what you need to have in order to survive the many changes that's taking place here on the shores of North America and also throughout the entire planet. The earth as we know it at present will not remain the same. The power of the number 5 is causing that to happen. The power within your thoughts are participating in those actions which will cause further actions, like a wave or many waves within the ocean that are culminating at some point in time. Often we have been told for quite a long time, for several decades from what I know and understand, that the year 2012 would be a culminating point. I am not here to have an expose, a verbal expose about the gloom and doom of anything or anyone. But I would like to set the record straight in terms of the vibrations. And the One main particular vibration that we all should be made aware of at the present is the power